Hi guys, AJ here. Apologies for looking all disheveled, but I've had a bit of a spiritual download in the last 5 or 6 minutes, and I need to be able to share this with you before I forget. Doesn't happen very often, but I've just had a bit of a download from Spirit, and it's pretty much I feel a bit twitchy a minute because there's just too much energy coming in. With regards to my business pivoting and changing, there's tons of stuff coming out anyway over the next couple of months. But I just had a bit of a spiritual download from Spirit. I was in the middle of creating something and drafting some stuff online, and it's like, well, and I started talking about something to myself, and I was like, oh, right, okay, well, Spirit, you're everything, don't I? And I had a Wi-Fi download, and it's like, right, you need to be doing that. And the doing that bit was I was talking about and thinking about the day that I figured out I was a medium, and it hit me like a train. I am a natural medium, and what I'm going to be sharing with you now is only for natural mediums, okay? Not for those who are going off to psychic college or off to Arthur Finley because they want to do mediumship and they want to learn it. No, this is literally for those who are natural mediums. Why? Because I can't relate to the alternative. Because what happened to me was unique, and it's probably unique to you guys as well, okay? Um, I don't know what it's like to not be a medium and go to college and learn because it was literally happened to me like that. That's the only way I can explain it. I was in the middle of my criminology degree in university in 2016, and it just hit me like a train. And I'm one of the biggest skeptics you'll ever meet, guys. And I kid you not. There's always this. I think having a healthy element of skepticism is always good in any element of life, but when it comes to mediumship, yeah, that hit me like a ton of bricks. So what Spirit is telling me to do, pretty much. Even though I'm on the right path with, different memberships and workshops and different things that are coming out, yeah, that's great. And I've actually niched down now to just the spiritual mediumship stuff. All the good grief stuff, and that stuff's on the back burner as well. The spiritual hub's on the back burner, and there's some other things on the back burner I need to be concentrating on my clairvoyant mediumship at the minute. So pretty much what Spirit just told me and added a bit on. Cheers, thanks for that. Was literally me reflecting back on the time that I discovered I was a medium and I didn't actually know what to do with that. I had nobody to talk to, know what to turn to. It was only 10 years ago. I know technology's changed a lot since then. There was probably ChatGPT then. I didn't have a fucking clue what that was. So I was literally on Amazon buying books. I had no formal training because I could afford it. I was a student at the time and a single parent anyway. But I'm not that type of person anyway. If I want to figure something out, I'll figure it out on my own. So I ended up buying loads of books on Amazon, all saying pretty much the same thing. And 9 times out of 10, you buy a book or you do an online course and it's just being copied and pasted off somebody else and edited and tweaked. That's all the fuck it is. You never hear about people's personal stories and their journeys. You might read them in some of the really good books like Tyler Henry and Long Island Medium and that type of stuff. It's rare. You don't get to learn about mediums full journeys. And I feel like I'm gonna burst right now because I feel like I need to be sharing this with you guys, okay? It's something I've never talked about because I've just not taken it for granted. That's really is the wrong reason, the wrong answer there. I'm very humble and grounded and very, very, very grateful for the ability that someone has bestowed on me. I didn't ask for it. And it's weird because in life, you probably agree with me here. In life, we've got to pay for everything. You've got not college so much, but you've got a college, you've got a university. You've got to study online, or you want a qualification, you've got to pay. You've got to pay. You want a house, you've got to pay for that. You want a car, you want nice clothes, perfume, designer clothes. You've got to work to make the money to buy it. Okay, like that's life. But it only dawned on me recently. I'm just sitting there meditating, and I'm like, one of those aha moments. I thought, fuck, I have struggled from the day I was born. I am not even going down that road right now. I'll leave that for another day. But my life has been fucking hard, right? Really, really hard. Um, it's only been the last 5 or 6 years is settling down a little bit, but I've had a fucking tough life, and I wouldn't, and I think that's probably why I can do what I do. That's my hypothesis and my theory. But I'll share that with you another day. But my life has been fucking hard, unpleasant, painful, full of trauma. It's been a nightmare. But I'm not a bitter person, and I've turned all my negatives into a positive. And I believe now that what I'm doing now is helping people, and that's my buzz. I get a buzz out of helping people and making them, well, helping them to connect to their loved ones and to reassure them, uplift them, give them comfort. I've never had that, none of that in my life. But it depends on the type of person that you are. You know, you can either be bitter and twisted or you turn that into a positive, and I've turned it into a positive. You know, I'm not a negative person at all. My glass is always half full. Um, but when I found that out, you know, I had nowhere to turn and I was a bit lost and it's isolating. Like I said, I was smack bang in the middle of my degree, pretty much coming to my dissertation, single parent, two dogs. I'm like, and I just found out I'm a fucking medium. Brilliant. Thanks a lot. Oh my God. And I discovered I had an eye tumor as well. Even better when I was in uni. Top that off as well. But I want to be able to reflect, which I have been, reflecting back on the time and the experience I had of discovering I was a medium, and there was nobody there to help me. And I should imagine there's many of you out there that can resonate with that and relate to that. I wasn't fearful of it in any way. I mean, fuck me, the amount of shit I've been through in my life, talking to dead people is walking in the park compared to what I've been through. That sounds awful, but it is. But I should imagine there's individuals out there like yourself. Um, maybe now, maybe you've known you're a medium over the last, it could have been from childhood. I don't know. It could have been last week. It could have been fucking today. And it's a shock to the system, guys, because you can't, I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, why have I been given this? Why? And going back to what I said earlier about paying for everything, your car, your uni, your kids, oh, fucking food on the table. You've got to pay for everything. You need to work to be able to provide. And it only dawned on me recently that the only things I've struggled all my life trying to pay for things or doing things, I'm on my own. I've never had any support of anyone. The only thing that's ever been given to me for free is my mediumship. And I will never abuse that or take that for granted. And that only dawned on me the other day, and that was a hell of a awakening for me. Really genuinely was. So there's probably there's you guys out there, some of you guys probably going through the same thing. Um, so I want to be able to create baby steps, I know, but there will be 3 programs at some point coming out in the very near future. Um, and they're gonna obviously I'm authentic and I'm genuine anyway, but this shit is gonna be coming from my soul because I've experienced it firsthand, and I'm hoping it's gonna resonate with a lot of you guys. So the first one is going to be the before, the during, and the after. So there'll be 3 different ones, okay? So the before one is going to be literally when you've just discovered you're a fucking medium. You could have been out having, food with your family. You could have been in the gym. Something happened and it's like, what the fuck just happened there? You can't, you've got nobody to talk to. You sound mental. You know where I'm coming with this, guys, right? You know where I'm coming from with this. It's isolating, and you either embrace it or you shut it off. I personally embraced mine, even though what I was going through my dissertation and my uni at the time, I embraced it. I kind of put it on a bit of a back burner. I was still practicing and doing different things in my own way. Because when you are a medium, you'll find your own way of doing things. Nothing structured, guys. When you're learning, it's either all right, to start with, when I start teaching people, I give a bit of a structure to do, how to do things and how to connect to spirit, because spirit knows that you're trying to learn as well. So that's how that works. So you need something a little bit structured. After that, then um, it's like a free download. Then it's like free reading. That's pretty much what I call it. And it's literally when you go into a reading, then you just literally give what comes through. You're not sat there with a pen and paper going, right, well, what's his name? What did you do for a job? It doesn't work like that. In the beginning, yes, because that builds your confidence, okay? But gradually after that, then it's just like free reading, pretty much anything. It's like free downloads that'll come through and you just pass that on. It'll come with experience, guys. But I just want to share this with you now because I got to get it off my chest. So there's going to be a before, during, and an after program coming out. So the before one is literally what the fuck just happened and how do I deal with it type thing. So some of you might be experiencing that now. Then you'll go through the during. So you've got the before and the during. The during is like, fuck, right, I need to manage this now. You've got your spiritual hygiene, your boundaries, your protection. You need to be able to be doing all that in order to protect yourself, okay? Spirit's probably not going to tell you how to do it. So I'm going to be able to tell you how to do it, okay? You need to be grounded, centered, and protecting yourself. That's the 3 things I always start off with anybody to do. And it'll be managing your mediumship, the different types of mediumship, your clear senses, that type of thing. That'll be the before, the during, and then the after. The after bit is where I'm at now. I'm an advanced medium, I'm a professional medium. I work globally. I work with high profile clients. I work with Joe Blogs. I just work with people willy nilly. I've got different experiences with different types of clientele and different types of people from all walks of life. And I think you need that roundedness. It keeps you humble and it keeps you grounded. Nobody is above anybody in this industry, guys. And if you've got an ego, you can fuck off because I will not be working with you. It's as simple as that. You cannot have an ego in this line of work. You cannot. And what you will find is for those of you that have been to like spiritualist churches or been to development circles, not everyone, okay, just some, or we don't know if we're the right group for you, or we don't know if we're the right circle for you. You might not be suitable for us. In other words, you're a threat. It's as simple as that. It's full of toxicity. I'm better than her. He's better than she is. They can't charge that much. It's all fucking negative, and they're doing it all for the wrong reasons. Everybody who's a medium, true mediumship and spirituality is about love and light and fluffy stuff, and everyone's there to guide, support, and help everybody else. Nobody's better than anybody else at all. Okay, all the experience I've gained over the last 10 years and all my life experience is a library and a dictionary that has helped me with my mediumship journey, and it still continues to help me. Okay, life is hard sometimes, guys, and you've got to learn from that, and then you've got to apply that so you can resonate with other people and the people who are sitting in front of you. You need to be empathetic. You need to have high emotional intelligence. You need to be compassionate. Okay, it's not about reading people, or they got a ring on their finger, or they got this and blah blah. Bollocks. That's all bullshit. That's old style mediumship. Okay, we're modern mediums. We're in 2026 now, guys. You need to be stepping up a little bit. Okay. So then we've got the after bit then, which is where I'm at now. If I'm an advanced medium anyway. I can't. I'm always willing to learn, but I don't know where else to learn. Okay, it's one of those things. But there's nothing on the market. There's no courses or programs out there for advanced mediumship. You might see a couple, but what all they're doing is rewording it and putting some fucking terminology in it to make it look all nice and fluffy and premium. Bollocks. No, if it's going to be something advanced, it needs to be from personal experience, obviously, um, and at a premium level. And it's about the transformation. That's what it's about. That's what mediumship is. It's getting from A to B, even C sometimes. That's where the beginning, the middle, and the end bit comes in. In mediumship, you're always learning. Always, always, always learning, right? Everybody's always learning. And I did read once. I don't actually know if this is true or not, but I don't know. Spirit have never told me. But the only time you will not be a medium is if you are diagnosed with a mental what did they say? Well, like Alzheimer's or dementia, or if there's like a memory or trauma to the brain or something like that. That's the only time apparently that you lose your mediumship. But then on the other spectrum, you get some people and saying about, oh, I think I can see my dad in a corner and they got dementia. It's like, yeah, they probably fucking can. Never dismiss it, guys. Okay, never dismiss it. But I know I've been banging on now for about fucking how long have I been on? 12 minutes. So I just needed to share this with you. I needed to get this off my chest because I literally just had a spiritual download right now and they're telling me and guiding me of what I need to be doing on my next path. Yes, I got stuff coming out, but you know when you're not quite sure about something? Usually I'm 110%. It's like, right, I got the motivation, I've got the drive, the enthusiasm, let's do it, let's do it. And for some reason, there's one element of one of my new services coming out. Spirit's like, hang fire on that a minute. So I might hang fire on one or two of them. Excuse me, because when I run on all four cylinders, I run on all four cylinders and I'm 110 mile an hour. As most of you already know anyway. I haven't come up for air yet, but there's going to be a beginning, a during, and after. Okay, so I want to be able to help you guys. It'll all start off with the beginning, obviously. Where you're at now. What's the first experience you had with mediumship or spirit? Your intuition. How did it make you feel? I don't want you guys to be scared. Some people are scared and fearful and they shut it off instantly. It's like, fuck off, I ain't doing that. Well, yeah, they've given it to you for a reason. I hate the word gift. It's an ability, a craft, or skill. I don't like the word gift because everyone's got the gift and ability to do anything I know. But a gift sounds a little bit patronizing as far as I'm concerned, like someone's better than somebody else. No one's better than anybody, guys, in any industry, okay? Even for those who are going to like psychic colleges or the Arthur Finley, I should imagine some of those are epic mediums, okay? Absolutely incredible. But for this element, this is for natural mediums. And I should imagine there's a lot of confusion for a lot of you who don't even know you're a fucking medium at the minute, okay? But that's where I come in. That's how I can help you. It's not teaching you to be a medium. You already got the ability. You just need to find it, tap into it, scratch the surface, refine it, and deliver it. Okay? You've been given this ability for a reason. And I'm not gonna, how can I don't know how to word this. All the shit I've been through, right? I'm not just gonna say, I've been through a lot of trauma in life and just, blah, 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 blah. And that's what's made me who I am now. It has made me who I am. I'll hold my hands up to that. And I genuinely believe that you've got to go through some shit in life in order to be able to be compassionate and understanding to other people. Um, if not, I can't see the point. If I'm being quite honest. It's very rare I do come across people who haven't had any issues in their life. Um, they're very blessed, but at some point that is going to happen further down the line. It's going to hit them like a fucking train. But for those of you that have had bad experiences in life or continuing to have bad experiences in life, There's a reason. I believe there's a reason for that. I know it sounds fucking harsh, right? But I do believe there's a reason for that. Um, and if I shared with you even the tip of the iceberg of what I've been through, you just honestly wouldn't believe it. By the time I was 20, the stuff I went through, not one adult person in their entire fucking life should go through what I've been through. And it's just been continuing from 20, 30, and 40s. You know, it's one of those things. It's about options and choices in life, but sometimes you've got a fucking choice. You just got to get on with it, you know? And I never banged on and whinged about it. So it's like, I believe that all the shit that I've been through is coming to fruition now. Um, and it's made me a better person, a stronger person, a fearless, resilient individual, knowledgeable person, compassionate, so I can help you guys. If I didn't have any of those abilities or skills, I'd be fucking useless. I'd be like a wet flannel. You know, I can't sit, when you are developing a mediumship and you do get emotional individuals sitting in front of you, you can't just sit there and go, "Oh, right, fucking what's wrong with them? They're just crying." Some people can't be around people who are crying. They can't. They just can't do it. It's like, fucking, I'm feeling really uncomfortable here. Tough. You've got to deal with it, okay? You've just got to be empathetic and compassionate. That's all it's about, guys. And that comes naturally. Same as emotional intelligence, okay? And that will come naturally. And if you've been through some shit in life, that's going to come naturally anyway. If you're a parent, even if you've had animals, if you've lost this, if you've lost that, we're all going to go through grief at some point in our life, guys. And if you've been through it already, you are already a fantastic fucking medium. You're going to be able to resonate and understand the person sitting in front of you because you know what that pain feels like. Okay? But the whole point of some of the courses and programs that are going to be coming out is to be able to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Whether that's professionalism, like a professional medium, start your own business, holistic business, whatever you want to do, or you're just going to do it as a hobby, as a hobbyist. It's as simple as that. But I don't know when this is going to happen, guys, but Spirit literally just threw this at me and I look like shit. So I needed to get this off my chest right now, okay? So I'm banging on. Sorry, we've been 16 minutes. I'm going to go now. So we got a beginning and a middle, a beginning, a during, and an after bit coming out. That's all a bit fucking vague, I know, because Spirit just threw it on me. But I want to be able to help you guys who are literally feeling a bit scared at the minute, because you might have just found out that you're a medium. You might not even know what a medium is. You might have just heard your voice being called, or you might have just found out that you might have had a dream. You might have had a premonition. You might have had seen somebody from the corner of your eye. Could have been your granddad or whatnot. Hour later, you've had a phone call and said, "Oh, by the way, your granddad's just passed." It's like, what the fuck? Seriously, it's your intuition, your psychic abilities, your clear senses, and your mediumship. Okay, it's all combined, guys, and you need to be able to use your. We've got five senses. Your sixth sense is obviously your sixth sense. So you need your six senses in order to be able, your five senses in order to be able to use your sixth sense. Okay, so you can see, feel, hear, taste, and touch. That's our five senses. And then you've got your sixth sense, okay, which is your intuition. So you need your five senses in order to be able to use that. And you need all your clear senses, or some of them, in order to be able to do your mediumship. That's how it works, okay? So the stronger that is, the better your communication as well, okay? So I'm just going to leave that there with you. Sorry for boring you all, guys, on a Sunday or whatever day you're going to be watching this. I don't know. But I really felt like I needed to share that with you just now. So for those of you that have discovered maybe you're a medium or you're not quite sure what it is or what happened to you, what type of experience, you can't offload, you can't talk to anyone. Because it's an isolating, I know a lot of people, don't get me wrong, I can't walk fucking through Tesco's at somebody, it's like, being a medium is isolating. I like my own isolation. I love my own company. I genuinely love my own company. There's not a lot of people that can say that, but I like peace and calm and quiet in my life. I can't do chaos. I can't do stress. I will not tolerate stress on any fucking level in my life. I won't do it. And people say, you look young for your age. Spiritual life is good for you guys. It really, really is. But for those of you that might feel a little bit on the fence about this, or you might have had an experience, you don't quite know what it is, please pop in the comments, guys. I would say put it into WhatsApp, but I know for a fact I'll be bombarded and I'm not going to be able to respond to everyone because Monday, tomorrow, I'm going to be flat out. So just put some questions in a feed if you want to, and I'll drop in and out in the next day or two and answer them, okay? Don't feel afraid, guys. Please don't feel as though you're on your own. I do understand when you've got family members and colleagues and whatnot, they just don't get it. I genuinely do get that. And a lot of people offload to me. So if there are quite a few of you underneath now that comment on this, I might just do a free Q&A, maybe in a week and just throw that in on Facebook. And we'll do a Q&A and I can answer all your questions then as well and go from there. All right, so we got the beginning, the during, and the after, guys. Spirit just told me to do that. There's no fucking structure. I have no draft in place. I don't actually know what I'm talking about right now. But pop your questions underneath or any experiences you've had. And we'll go from there, guys. I just want to be able to help you understand who you are, what you have, and how to develop it if you choose to. Okay, have a fantastic day, guys.